Hey guys, welcome back to ISI Tarot, and I am going to give you a message for the weekend. Alright, so we start off with the Chariot and the Knight of Cups. So, for me, what I'm feeling is you have been, for a lot of you, you've been trying to find your way. The Chariot, he represents, making his own path and, going off on his own and creating creating his kingdom. With the Knight of the Knight of Cups, he kind of struggles with commitment. So, excuse me. I feel like this may be you feeling like you're trying to figure out what works for you as you are paving out this path of your own. But you may feel like you are doing too many different things, trying to figure out what works best for you, and you're not you are not sticking to one thing pretty much. Needing to I feel like if you focus on one or two things to see how sticking to that works out for you, see the results for that, how that plays out, that way you can see, okay, if I'm in a place to be able to add, or do I need to reflect and look at what's going on or whatever, to see how I can make some adjustments. Which brings me over to the Princess of Discs and the Knight of Swords. She represents it says she's pregnant with life. And to me, it's pretty much saying you have all the potential, you have all of the resources that you need. You can literally go and do and create your reality. But with the Knight of Swords, he is very unreflective. He is a little bit too impulsive, and will charge into something new or into anything and not actually look at the situation and look at all of the necessary details that need to be paid attention to. That way you can move in the right way to where you can be more successful. So with this, it's definitely saying that, you have all the potential in the world, and all of the resources that you need, and you have the intellect and everything, but you do have to be mindful of how you are moving instead of just being all over the place. Set yourself some type of structure. Make some structure for yourself. It's hard. Definitely for me, it's hard. But I think what this is saying is structure would definitely help you be able to continue to build and create the reality that you want for yourself. And finally, we go over to the Four of Wands that says completion, and the Prince of Wands. Now, with this, it's pretty much saying that you will get to fulfilling, your dream when it comes to making this path for yourself. You're going to be successful when it comes to this, and you're going to be able to make the life that you want. But this Prince of Wands is pretty much, it's in my head, the word tyrant comes, and what it's saying is be just, be noble, be personable, continue to be a person that operates from a place of love and light, and not a person that is going to be selfish, and someone who's going to be overbearing and too controlling of things. At the end of the day, it's saying you do have the potential to create the world that you want to live in. However, you also have to understand that you will not have full control. You will not have control over how everything plays out or whatever, but you do have control over how you operate as things flow naturally for you. If you move from a selfish place because you want it to be a certain specific kind of way for everything, you're going to, the positive energy that you are able to put out there will be transmuted in a way to very harmful energy, very aggressive and just selfish and hateful kind of energy, and it'll make people start to resent you, to where you don't want to be the only person in your kingdom, basically, in your reality, that actually fucks with you. You don't want to be alone or whatever. So you want to be mindful of how you operate, how you move, as you get to that end or whatever for yourself when it comes to this world that you'll make for yourself. All right, and now we're going to go to our animal spirit card, the spider. And what the spider represents is trusting the process. Like when it comes to building its web, every spider when it's building that web, it knows what's supposed to happen. It trusts what's going to happen. If something's going to get caught in it, it's going to be able to eat. Like that's like it understands and trusts how things supposed to flow. So with this, it's saying with what you create, the world that you create for yourself, the kingdom or whatever, you should look at it as a work in progress. You know, like it's something that you have to keep building at, and it's telling you not to not operate from a place of I'm trying to see results, but operate from a place of knowing that with having a process to get to an end, it will, like, it's going to bear fruit for you. Like you know that because this is going to work, there's going to be something, you're following something like a plan in a sense or whatever, and trusting that plan is going to work and just letting it play out. So it's just like it encourages you to tap into the free creative energy that is all around. And again, just trust the process, trust in how things flow, and don't be impatient. You know, move in the way that you know you're supposed to. If you weren't hoping for something to happen in the next day or in the next year, just have a goal and don't put a time on that goal. Finally, we end this reading with the new moon in Aquarius oracle card, open up to change. And honestly, what they're saying is for those of you who are dealing with all of this, or currently in a situation to where you may be having a bit of a falling out or something, whether this is at work, with friends, family, you know, relationship, it's encouraging you to take a step back and not try to control the situation. Don't try to manipulate the situation for it to come out the way you want it to. You have to learn how to just let things flow, just like the rest of this reading is saying, like, move the way you're supposed to, from a place of love and light. Don't try to manipulate anything. Just move, just focus on yourself. And when it comes to a situation to where you need to step back, look, like, once you do that, understand that there are way more than just your perspective in the situation, you know. So you may need to take a step back and look from the other person's point of view, whether, again, it's work, friends, family, relationship, whatever the case may be. Step out of your own mindset and put yourself in someone else's shoes and try to see things from their perspective, because you could be being a little bit too emotional, like too sensitive right now to be able to really see, you know, the bigger picture, you know, to understand how things should play out, like, and understand that things are going to play out how they're supposed to either way. It's just, again, trust in the process, trust in the universe, how things just are going to naturally flow. And it'll be a lot easier for you just like throughout this whole thing.